Hi, Kathy Woods with the Philadelphia Tribune. How are you, ladies?
Hi, how you
Hello.
doing?
Excellent, excellent. Oh, this movie. Whew.
You
And
put
Oh,
you through it, huh?
there's a lot.
yes, I want to
Have
say
you
shout
recovered
out to
yet?
you. Listen, shout out for you, Kat. Trust your instincts because you know Tyler, something about him was a little shady, and he was like, why is he
I don't
always
know what you're talking about because there's people maybe watching this interview that haven't seen it. So I don't know
Mhm.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
will say trust your instincts because
Just
she was
trust your
Yes, that's
instinct,
so good.
especially with them men's out there, y'all in these streets trusting everybody.
Yeah.
exactly. So talk about that because people are trying to make your character feel like she was, she knew something was a little shady with him. She
We
couldn't
have
explain it.
all we have all been gaslit. We have all had
Yeah.
betrayal. We have all dealt
Mm.
with loss and heartbreak and confusion and feeling like
Ah.
you think you know what's going on and then you don't, and then
Mm-mm.
things get brought to your awareness and you keep pushing it away. Like we have all gone through that. So even though you might not be a lawyer and you might not be dating an investigator and you might not have a best
Mm.
friend who's a famous news anchor, like you can still relate to this 1,000%.
Yes. And Megan, girl, who need you a different type of friend. That's all I'm gonna say. Right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And here's the thing. She's a friend that has, certain needs and desires and things that she finds, new interest in. And, I think everyone's got those levels of craziness, but at the end of the day, Fela is Fela.
Yeah, she had us there for a minute there. We were like, oh girl, you going through it. And then we were like,
Yeah, no,
it was
that,
like,
that's the
get her
best way to
cat.
describe it. Yeah, there's definitely like, whoa, okay. Well,
And we
what
were
is
like, get
happening?
her. But
Yeah.
I will say that is I like when Black women get to play messy because
Yes.
I don't always have to
Messy,
play like
unhinged, but still fun, taking your power back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
yes,
saying?
yes.
Regardless of which side you're on,
Mhm.
both of these women found their way to take their power back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think too often we always have to be the good friend and we have to be the person that is forgiving and has the redemption on. And
Mm.
it is important to see because that is, I mean, we're not perfect and we're not a monolith. And
Absolutely not.
it is fun, I think, as an artist to be able to say that. When you say that, Megan, to be able to say, okay, I do get to play somebody that isn't they're so far removed from my true self.
Oh, 100%. And honestly, that's actually what made her so much fun to play. I mean, it's interesting, how far, Fela was willing to go for, certain things. It's something that I myself would never do in my life, but being able to kind of go on that adventure with her and to go to that place was very interesting and a lot of fun for me to do as an actor.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, I love this for both of you. You both are lovely and
Mhm.
talented, and I can't wait. Social media, the girlies are going to be talking. They're going to be like, "Oh, clutching their pearls," but it's going to be in a fun way. And I think we need a little bit of fun right now in our lives. Thank you so much,
100%. Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
guys. Katya Woods with the Philadelphia Tribune. How are you today?
Good, doing good. Philly in the house.
Hey, go birds. Uh,
Yep,
um,
we still have that. Yep.
Yeah.
had to do it. Sorry. Um, Woo, shadiness is going on here between the two of y'all. I mean,
What are you talking about?
now, sir. Now, Ron,
Spoiling
I was like, I kind of felt a little bit, but with you, Tyler, I was like, really? That's what we doing?
it.
But I kind of like this for both of you. Talk about what it's like because people always say it's way more fun to play the bad guy than it is to play the good guy. Let's start with you, Tyler, because we really thought we were like, well, maybe Homegirl was doing him wrong. And then it turns out to be that her instincts were right.
Right. Yeah. Those first two acts of the movie, it's almost like a different character, and you see that switch flip towards the end. I think one thing that is enticing about playing, the other side of good, bad as you had mentioned, or the villain, if you will. As humans, we have these thoughts, but we have our morals. We know right from wrong. We know that it's wrong to act on these thoughts. Um, so I feel like it's that pulls us back from that. Obviously, the consequences of what would happen if you did act it out. All these things deter us from actually being like that. But when you get a chance to go play on set, we don't have to worry about those things. So we're allowed to dive in it without judgment, as we typically wouldn't do if it wasn't a set. So I feel like that adds to a little bit of the excitement about playing around in this dark space for sure.
And for you, Enrico, I mean, listen, I like this time in your career because you're really leaning in. You came in always being the heartthrob, the good guy, and now we're like, sir, what is going on? But it is also fun because we are really fully engulfed in these characters, and we're like, oh, he's got to go. That means that you are doing your job. So talk about for you what it's like to be able to play these characters that we're not feeling. We got to remember that it's not you, but you're just playing a character, but we're looking at you a little sideways.
Okay with that. I'm definitely okay with it. No, I think, you can't be in this industry as long as I have and not have moments that you have to kind of reinvent yourself. And so it's been a struggle from day one to get people to see me as something other than, what I wanted to be seen in that moment, whether it was, he's a sitcom actor, he's just a TV guy. I always want people to know that I can, I got range, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting down for a minute. So when I get these opportunities, you'll see me lean in pretty hard because I know people don't really see it coming. And at the end of the day, it's just a character. But I enjoy it. I'm at a point now when I see something come across my desk and it's like he's a love interest. I'm like, I don't do that. Like, where did I get that out of here, man? Don't even send me that. No, them things don't even feel like, I'm trying to get grimy, like, you know what I'm saying? So no, I enjoy it. I think it's making things more interesting for me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes in this game, and I know you know how it is, man, you'll lose interest. You know what I'm saying? People keep sending you the same thing and you want to work. So you end up doing a lot of the same stuff. So it's nice to do something different. I'm thankful to, Mr. Tyler Perry for saying, hey, man, I see something in you that other people might not necessarily see. I know you're going to bring it, which makes you want to bring it even harder, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I love this so much for the both of you. It definitely was a lot of fun, even though you were being shady, but I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much and
Thank
best of luck
you.
with the project.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.